I'm so tired. This is hot. That was brutal. Brutal. Oh, it's day 43. I had a great stay with Lori and Brian. We had a lot of fun. It's nice sometimes to do non-trail related items. So it was nice to go with Brian and go do our little field trip of sorts. But I'm back to the Sandy Seep Trailhead. I'm gonna hit the AZT up here and then start heading north, and we're gonna head towards the high point, but we're not going to go over the high point today. We're just going to do about 13.8 or something like that. There's supposedly a spring a little off the trail. I'm going to go there, load up on water, and do the rest of the climb tomorrow. But I think it's a good compromise. I finally was able to check Facebook. I haven't been able to, but someone posted that 3 days ago how much snow there was at the Arizona Bowl or Arizona Snow Bowl area, and it's been non-stop sunny and warm, so I'm hoping most of the snow is gone. Actually, I'm hoping that all of it's gone and the trail is dry, but I think I'm going to be facing mud tomorrow. But I'm hoping today there won't be any snow. Someone said that where the Flagstaff Urban Trail hits the Arizona Trail, that there was a lot of snow 2 days ago, but again, it's been warm and sunny, so I have high hopes and going to be an exciting adventure. I was trying to figure out the Grand Canyon permit stuff. That's going to be confusing, so I'll see what happens in a few days. Here we are at the intersection. Ooh, the sign's loose. All right, we're going to head right. This is Nobo. This is it. One of two last pushes. Maybe one 2 week long push here. Who knows? Hopefully everything goes well, and really what's been on my mind all morning is the Grand Canyon permit. Like how long that's going to take to get that. We'll see. From up here, we are facing kind of east-southeast, and I think I could see Doney Park. It's just a really spread out neighborhood, and that's where I stayed last night. I think that's back there somewhere, and that's probably 89A where cars are zipping by. Yeah, there's cars zipping by there, and there's buildings. That's probably where all the shopping mall outlets sort of are. And it's probably Doney Park right there. It's pretty nice views. It's crazy, huh? Well, there's snow up there, and this right here is Little Eldon Mountain. We're actually going to go to the left there and then cut around, and you can kind of see the trail. I think that's it. We're going to go around, and we're actually going to go on the north side of this mountain for quite a while, so I'm half expecting snow up there. The angle's not too sharp, so during the middle of the day the sun could get to the north side, but you never know with the trees and whatnot. So yeah, I guess we shall see. In fact, right down here I see some snow because that's the north side. I see some footsteps, all day hikers really, and yeah, so we'll see how it is, and then we'll meet up with the Flagstaff Urban Trail in maybe 7 or so miles. Earlier I saw 2 mountain bicyclists coming my way, and here's their tracks. I don't know if I'd ride mountain bikes on the side of the snow like that. I don't know, I'm not that experienced, but I guess they managed. Wow, maybe they pushed it? I don't know. That's where I was a little while ago. It looks worse from over here. But what's funny is it's not even that far away, and it's not that far down, but we did this weird loop to the side and back. Yeah, it looks bad actually, the snow from here, but it's not that far away. This is a little hill. According to topographic information, we are definitely going around it to the north side and around the rest. But check out this mountain behind here. Beautiful, huh? Supposedly you could hike up to the towers there. Lots of snow on the north side, definitely. Oh yeah, I see little trails. There's like little switchbacks. It's been about an hour and a half, and I made 2.8 miles so far. It's not bad. But before I left, my host Lori, she gave me this wedge of apple pie. I think it weighs like a pound or something, maybe 8 ounces. But I'm gonna take a seat. 2.8 miles. It's about time to put more energy in me, so I'm gonna take a seat and eat the thing, and that should push me at least another 5 miles to the urban trailhead. So yeah, so let's eat that thing. I'm gonna eat like a caveman because my spoon is kind of buried. It's in a Ziploc bag, so I'm just gonna push it out and eat it. I might get a little messy. You don't have to watch that. There it is. I guess the sun kind of melted it some more. I think I'm gonna get my spoon out. That's gonna be hard to eat, just pushing it out. In case you're wondering, this is actually not the first time I've eaten pie out of a Ziploc bag. On a PCT, when I left Julian's, I left Mom's in Julian. I actually ordered two apple pies, and I just said, "Can you just stuff them into a Ziploc bag?" And they said, "Sure." And then I had it for dinner under a bridge, an overpass, when I camped under an overpass. Ah, good days. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this whole thing. It's at least half pound, maybe. What do you think? Did I do a good job? There's some here, but that's stickier. I couldn't scrape it off. I got almost all of it out. Pretty clean, huh? Good old long-handled spoon. Ready to go. Got sugar in me. So much sugar. Kind of a cool area up here. There's all these just random round boulders. Anytime I see fields like this, I think of the rock trolls from Frozen. Like, these would be big rock trolls. Look at all the rocks. Huh. Lots of places to sit, though. We're now on the north side of the mountain, and as to be expected, there are fields of snow. It's all really frozen, though, so it's not slushy at all, so it's not getting wet. And it's easier to walk on because it's so frozen. As you can see, it's mostly clear, just portions here and there, and there have been hikers coming through, probably day hikers. So there's easy footsteps to follow, so it's not like it's too bad. And fortunately, it's so frozen, you just walk on it. Nothing's been deep, so. And we should be leveling off away from this north side soon, so we'll see less and less snow. Hopefully. I gotta say though, the reason there's so much snow is because all these beautiful, fragrant trees. It's weird, and there's a twisty old tree right there in the middle of it all. But look at all these trees. It's so nice. Absolutely quiet. Except stellar jays screeching at me now and then. Yep, there's the mountain that we were on the north side of for a while, and now we are going northwest direction. Relatively level here. It's quite nice. Here's a snow-covered mountain on the left. Lots of snow. But on the right, I think that's Humphreys Peak, or one of the neighboring peaks right there. So we're going to go on the left side of there. So oddly enough, I think we still have 5 more miles to the junction to the urban trail, which is way more than I thought. I don't know. Some days you think you went so far and it's just not right and throws you off. But tonight, yeah, I'm going to try to go to the little Leroux spring. It's a little off a road, a little bushwhack, I guess. Last report was about a week ago saying there's water running. So I'm going to hope that it's still running because all the snow melt. And hope there's enough dry areas there around there I can camp out for the night. And the next day will be a big climb and all the way down. Although all the way down means like down to 7,000 feet, which is still pretty high. I am getting winded though. Being over 8,000. Beautiful day though. Oh boy, I thought I was above 8,000. I'm only at 7,400. Yeah, well. Wow, the whole right side of that mountain must have been a burn zone. Pretty cleared out. You can actually see a road on there. But this area is kind of burned too. And I do believe Humphreys Peak is the leftmost, like right there. Because the top is just completely white, whereas the other one just a little. But we're gonna go all the way around. We should be almost on the other side today before we camp out. Hopefully on the west side it's cleared out. There's still big patches of snow and it's tiring walking over. It's starting to get really slushy. So I think it's good. I'm just on 13.8. That way I can try to wake up like 5:30, get hiking by 6. Try to get on the trail by like 6:15. Because in the morning, especially on the west side, it'd be nice if everything's just kind of still frozen and smooth. Just walk right over everything before it gets all slushy. Slushy would be the bad thing. Hopefully I'm mostly down to back to 7,000 before the sun hits the west side. But we'll see. That's a plan anyway. There's still so much snow on this north side. Although there aren't that many trees, really. Still so much. And we're still heading towards the saddle. Way straight of us. Of course, for some reason, we're heading to the north side of this hill, so huge patches of snow again. Pretty high drifts. I think we'll be well past it pretty soon though, hopefully. I think the trail just wants to make it harder. We've been on the snow for quite a while, and I'm stepping, making footprints. There's snow prints, older. I mean, it's not a matter of finding our way, it's just there's a lot of snow and it's slushy. And it looks like we're still going up. What's funny is right below there's a super clear dirt road. And we're going up into the snow. And I'm gonna guess it's worse past that climb right there. But yeah, it's I'm making steps again. Oh look, big angle of snow with no footprints at all. And there's a clear road down there. You see it between the trees? I hope it doesn't go too far. At least the snow's not too deep. So, and with the slush, I can stomp in and get almost to the trail. I think it'd be all right. It's quite steep though. That would have been no fun at all this morning. I'd have definitely had to pull out micro spikes. There's no way to do that without micro spikes. Even with the angle, it would have been sketchy. But yeah, you need micro spikes in the morning if you're gonna walk here. A little bit of the trail is exposed. I think I'm gonna have to do this a lot more up ahead. At least it's all slushy so I can stomp out the steps, but be careful. Yep, we're back at it. Heading into the saddle area, which is also very thick with trees. And I just see a whole lot of snow. Slushy snow. Hopefully it's a little firmer because of the shade, but it's going to be quite a workout for the next a little bit. See that snowshoe print? There's a bunch of them. It's nice to walk on it because it's compressed, so it's a little harder. But this person must have been 7 feet tall. I cannot even, I don't think I can walk with that big a stride even in normal ground. In the snow, I cannot do it. So I'm having to step like 2 steps in each of the snowshoes. Some monster person walked along here. Yeah, I'm a little shorter than average, but you know, it's exhausting. I keep post holing, and there's a lot more. Other side's clear. I'm just gonna run down this ditch somewhere where it's clear, get to the other side, and just bushwhack down. It's a lot easier to just walk on an uneven surface and then this surface. So that's my plan. It's super exhausting. I mean, I'm so exhausted. I stayed on it for a while because I kept looking ahead and thinking, looks like it's gonna be over soon. Looks like it's gonna be over soon, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be over anytime soon. And it stays on the left side of this little like canyon here. So I'm gonna stay on the right side. There's a lot of burnt wood and fallen trees, but I still think it's gonna be easier than walking in that snow. Just so tiring. It's like sprinting nonstop. All right, let's make our way. I think I picked the worst part to cross over. It's way rougher here and thorny plants everywhere. I mean, maybe it's over soon over there. Maybe I'll just do sprints, stop every now and then, catch my breath. It has to end sometime. I'm so tired. This is hard. That was brutal. Brutal. If I'd known how bad this was, I'd have gotten off on that road right there. There's a little yellow trail. And just taking the road all the way up here. We're gonna cross the road soon. This trail's horrible. One time I post holed up to my thighs, thought I was stuck. I had to lay down, start kind of using my elbow to crawl out. No fun. Here's a little bit of dry ground here. And then there's more snow up ahead. I was hoping it'd be better. Here's that road that paralleled the trail we just walked on, which just goes on the north side, well, I guess on the south side of a ravine, just covered in snow. The north side of the ravine is covered in fallen trees and thorny bushes. It is hard. I would definitely not have felt guilty taking this road after that. Not at all. I went through so much exertion in that canyon there. I guess that's Sheep's Pass. But a little before that, I almost threw up. I burped and it was like a little bit of apple pie. I thought I was gonna throw up. It's working so hard. It's so nice to be out in the sun. Take the road, folks. No shame. Snowball Road, 6.8 miles. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go to camp. Let's sign the register in case I slide down a drift, since nobody seems to hike out here. Everyone takes the urban trail. Yeah, there's a bunch of hikers in November, December, and then we got one in January, one in February, and March 29th. 2 days ago someone was here. And then today, me. That's why you don't see anybody. I mean, there's nobody out here. Utah or else. I don't think I've ever hiked a trail where I was so by myself. Like, there's no one behind me. Next person in front of me is 2 days ahead. There's nobody out here. It's so weird, huh? Oh, a water bottle. Oh, let's see. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll take it. Maybe at the next crossroad, I'll just leave it at the trailhead or something. But yeah, there's nobody out here. So insane. Where are all the animals at? I should be one with them. They should come, not be scared of me, so I can see a bear finally in Arizona, which I don't know if that's gonna happen. This is how I'm carrying it until the next road, at least. This out. What is that? Is it like a planter or something? Someone planted a tree like that? What is that? It's concrete. How's the tree gonna live? I guess it's shattering the concrete, but I've never seen that before. It's rather odd. I don't see any other tree like that. I wonder if a whole bunch of people came out here to plant trees and somebody just went, yeah, I'm just gonna bury the whole thing instead of taking it out first. Huh. Well, that's where I came out, and you could see my footsteps as I come here. It's a road, so I'm gonna leave it there, and maybe someone driving by will see it and grab it. But at least it's out of the trail area. I think someone's gonna grab it. I can't carry it with me for too long. It's not very comfortable and just extra weight. Check it out, someone else lost their water bottle. That's two, within like a mile, maybe 2 miles. In the trails right here. Some mountain bicyclists went through, kind of ruined all the steps. The snow's just a mess now. Hopefully the snow ends soon here. Here's the trail behind me. I took a break on that log there. It's actually not rotted. Nice and clean. The sun was hitting me. It's kind of in the shade now. But I have 4.5 miles to go and it's 3:30. Should get there by 5:30. It all depends on the terrain ahead. It's hard to tell. I don't think we're going to be in any more ravines or anything like that, or north side of hills. I think we're going to be mostly on like the southwest side of the mountain range here. So I think it's going to be all right, and there's not much elevation gain or loss, so should be smooth. We'll see. I don't know. No idea, but I'm really close to the urban trail intersection. So from there, I might see a lot more footprints. So yeah, let's see what happens up ahead. Well, I get to the junction with the urban trail and I saw two people. One of them is Julie Xian or something like that. She's a vlogger as well. They were just sitting there. They said they skipped like 80 miles. They just hitched up to Flagstaff and then they just took the urban trail up. And they said once they got here, they've even just been taking logging roads like I don't know. I don't even know what the condition of the trail down there was, but where I was by Schultz Pass and Schultz Tank, horrible. Did I do something that bad in my life Did I deserve to be punished that badly? I don't know, but so far, since the junction, this trail's been actually really nice. It's smooth, well graded, no big rocks. So let's hope it keeps up. And yeah, we only have like 4 miles to go, so let's make it. And I'll get there a little early, but that's good because then I'll edit a video. And I think the signal's gonna be good. I'm gonna try to upload one. We'll see. But yeah, here's the trail. Beautiful, right? Look at these beautiful orange marks on these trees. I don't know what they mean. But the trail itself is quite nice. It's like the ideal padded dirt with some pine needles on it. It's actually really good. You can tell it was muddy because of the tracks, the mountain bike tracks here. But pretty ideal. These gigantic wood piles, like 12 feet tall, more. It's actually good wood too. People would actually collect that as firewood. Good straight wood that's easy to split. My gosh, there's a lot of it here. I guess they take all the refuse and they pile them up, and from what I hear, they burn them in the wintertime when there's no fire danger at all. And that way, there's none of this just kind of sitting around on the ground, filling in everything. Huh, interesting. Look down there, there's a trail down there. Did I just come up that thing? We are doing so many weird loopy things. Adding a lot of miles. Yeah, it was some other trail, but here we go. We're crossing another dog trail junction, I guess. And this is, here we go. Oh my gosh, I don't see any snow in front of us. It's pretty good. Let's hope it keeps up. I'm actually kind of disappointed. There are 2 reasons why I want to just keep pushing and this early, going this early. People have asked. Well, first, my girlfriend is flying into Phoenix on April 12th, so I'd like to finish by 11th. That way I can get to the airport by 12. But also, I really enjoy the solitude and the privacy, and I thought I would keep that for the next 2 weeks. I didn't anticipate that people would be skipping up to 80 miles. That's a lot of skipping for like a 788 mile trail. I guess I'll go back because that's just way too much. But I don't want a bunch of other people here. There are 2 people back there, and she said their buddy is up ahead, so there's 3 people lingering around. Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me feel like not quite alone anymore. There's people around. I don't know. Yeah, I really didn't anticipate it. I think there's probably gonna be some others that skip ahead. I don't know. We'll see. See what happens tonight. I told the 2 about the spring where I was gonna camp, and they sounded interested because they were actually gonna go all the way up to the snow bowl because there's water there. But I don't know. Hope there are a lot of campsites there so they don't camp right next to me, or it seems like a human thing. You see someone camped and you camp near them. Like, we've seen it happen at the beach a lot too. You'd be a huge open beach and you sit somewhere and people tend to come closer, like they feel that's a safe spot to be. Kind of happens with camping too. I don't know. We'll see what happens in a few hours. I kind of think the trails here are made for mountain bicyclists because it goes like this. It swerves and it swerves back to the right, which should be fun on a mountain bicycle, but it's just added miles. I think I mentioned before, sometimes I forget if I thought it but didn't record it, or thought it and recorded it. I guess I'll find out when I edit. Interesting, we're just hiking along this really flat area. Just really flat area. And there's snow patches here and there, but not on the trail itself. Really flat. I'm now 1.1 miles away from the road, and it's 4:50. I decided to just collect water at the next water source I find, like even if it's a small puddle, and then try to just camp out near the road so I don't have to go look for that spring. But I think I decided a little too late. There were a couple of pools back there I probably could have filtered from, but I just kept going. It's like partly because I felt there were two people behind me who were going to catch up, and I don't know. But in retrospect, I probably should have filtered there. If I got maybe 2.5 liters, I could just camp anywhere. Right off the road actually is ideal, because it's right after where I was going to stay. It starts climbing, so that'll be the lowest point for a while. So that's a good camp area. But I guess I'll have to find that spring after all. I kind of didn't want to have to wander around looking for it. I mean, I have like GPS coordinates of where it is, or it's on the map, so I can go definitely get to it. And bushwhacking out here isn't too bad because the trees are so dispersed. I don't know. Yeah, I like to avoid it if I can. If I could find water, I would. Like, we're about to go against a little wash here, but there's nothing. I think the day of puddles are over. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure the spring's gonna have water just because the ground is so saturated and there's still snow higher up melting. But there's no guarantee. Hasn't been a water report there in over 10 days. No guarantee. And that would be a real bummer if I didn't have water. I think I only have half a liter of fresh water, and then maybe almost 1 liter of flavored water. Can you make dinner with flavored water? See stuff like this, I run under. I already ran under. Look at the bow on the top. That thing's gonna fall off any minute. One little storm, that thing's gonna collapse down. I think it's gonna break. There's already a huge branch there too. Look at all the debris down here. Crazy, huh? I like to run real quickly, just in case. Well, North Snowball Road is right up ahead. And there's the gate. I have not found water yet. So that's the road I'm gonna have to walk down and then bushwhack north to get to the spring. We're coming up on North Snowball Road, and I don't know if you heard that car go by. It's actually quite busy, busier than I thought it would be. But this is the road where I have to walk west, and at some point I have to bushwhack north to find a spring. They say that's the best way. So I'll do that and then come back to the road tomorrow morning. I have not found any water, so the spring it is. I'm counting on the spring. I'm actually counting on a water cache up ahead, but who knows? I doubt it. Nope, no caches anywhere. I even checked the drain underneath the road. Nothing there either. So let's find this thing. Lots of cars. 3 cars in a row. It's crazy. We're going down. I guess this is the easiest way. And then the spring is actually even with where we'll turn off. Whereas if we went up the trail, we'd actually go up the trail and then we have to go back down to the spring. So extra up and down for nothing. This is a little bit as well, but not as bad, I don't think. It's 5:20 and I've started to bushwhack a little bit ago. I'm about a quarter way in. It's quite a bit further than, ideal, but you don't have water. Plus the next water source really is you have to go up to the Snowball Trail and then head up into the Snowball and get water from like the buildings there. That's a quite a hefty climb. And you don't even need to go up to the Snowball. The AZT just goes near it. But if you want water, you're gonna have to go right by them, or up to them. I see a lot of snow up ahead. I'm hoping that the spring is before that snow, because I don't want to walk through it. But earlier behind me, there's actually a pretty clear area. Some spots looked level. I have to really look at it, but look pretty clear. I think once I get water, I'm gonna go back, unless there's some fantastic sights over here somewhere. Middle of the woods, walking around by myself, way off trail, doing who knows what. This doesn't really worry me though, because I know the weather's gonna be good unless it changes really quickly. Because if something happens, I just have to head south and that hits the road. So pretty easy, not getting lost. There is a fence in front of me. That was not foreseen. I'll go down a little. Yeah, I have to head back up a little bit more, but check this out. Mother Nature, thank you for knocking the fence down. Easy climb over. And let's head towards the right some. There's a huge tree in the way. We're actually relatively close. So let's go up this way. I think it might be before the rock in the tree. I don't hear anything, but I do see a sign up ahead. A couple of signs. Oh, I gotta walk through snow. No footprints in the snow. Whoa, what is this? It looks like a shack. Notice. Little Leroux spring log cabin. Enjoy, but do not destroy your American heritage. There's no way I'm going in there. Where's the spring? According to the map, I should be right on it, or close. There are a whole bunch of rocks over here with the black hose. There's an odd concrete structure here. Oh, the lid appears to be locked. No access. I wonder if that used to be the spring. Found this. There's a black pipe, but it's some algae-filled water. I mean, there's enough water there. I definitely would filter it and get water out of it. But I was led to believe it was like flowing somewhere. It's actually flowing here. I actually hear that. I'm gonna look up a little more. Maybe there's somewhere up there. Yeah, I think this is the best I'll be able to find. Maybe I'll use some branches and scrape off the algae before I scoop. It's trickling, it's flowing. There's a lot of stuff in it. And it's funny, I don't know where it starts, but there's a little trickle. And over here you could see trickles and it just disappears, sinks into the ground. Maybe the black pipe takes it away. I don't know. I followed the black pipe, but it doesn't seem to go anywhere. So this water was pretty gross. I thought somewhere over there water is flowing in. And I was trying to figure out where to scoop it. So I kept tossing the seaweed away, but this seaweed is thick stuff. I mean, but then I saw this. This is the black pipe spring. I dug out some of this so I can get a scoop down there. I don't know how people were getting water. It's pretty crazy. It would be great if someone had a rubber hose long enough, just kind of replace it and just kind of overhang over this rock, and then we would just pour down. And what's funny is there's plenty of rubber hose here. You just need a knife and a screwdriver or something. I don't know where this thing is screwed in, and a shovel. You need a shovel for sure. I tried to dig some of this out with a stick. It's just not very good. The stick keeps breaking. But it's coming out at like 1 liter every couple of minutes, and it takes forever to scoop. Only if it was longer. Just dig out this grass and have it pour so you can just collect it. But it actually tastes really good. Thank goodness I didn't have to try to scoop that. It's very shallow. Thank goodness. All right, when I was looking for the spring, I went further down and there was a really nice cleared area over there, and it's really calm. So I am gonna go camp there actually, instead of heading back towards the road. So I'll camp there and then I'll go back to the road tomorrow morning. But I think it's a pretty nice spot. So I'm getting kind of cold. Sun's going away. So yeah, time to go find a campsite. I honestly thought those 3 people would show up because, I mean, it's a pretty good plan. No point climbing all that already. It's already 6 o'clock. I just got the water. So you have to make the climb and then camp up there at 8,000, almost 9,000 feet later. I don't know. I think my plan was pretty good. And there's decent campsites here. Actually, there's decent campsites right here, so I don't have to go down the hill because there's pretty good campsites down there. So I might actually just camp out here. And so I don't have to go down there. I'll check. I guess officially it'd be way too close to the spring, so I'll head on down. It's not too far. But I guess we got a little bit of a walk tomorrow morning, but it's alright. There's a lot of thorny bushes here. I'll show you my legs. They're not cut up or anything, but they have little like white marks from all the scratches. And check these things out. There's a couple of these here. I wonder if usually they make them to outgas things. It's kind of weird. There was a concrete thing with the lock on I showed you before. I thought that was where the pipe spring was going, but it wasn't. I don't know. But down here, it's actually kind of nice. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold because it's the lowest point. Yeah, I might get cold here. Yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere else. It's gonna get cold here. Yeah, I changed my mind. There's like a ravine here where the spring would have gone, and it goes down to down there, and I can feel it's cold there. It's gonna get really cold there overnight, so I'm gonna start heading back towards the road, and I'll just settle in. First spot I see that looks good. That area is not so low, so I think it'll be all right. Ideal, like it won't be as level as back there probably, or cleared. That's the thing, is rocks. But I think it won't be nearly as cold as down there. So let's head back towards the road and just find a spot. I'm finding it difficult to find a good spot. There's just too many rocks, and when there aren't rocks, it's just too much vegetation everywhere. Can't really knock down all these little bushes everywhere. So I'm starting to think the best bet would be to get back towards the trail where I was, because going north more, I saw it was climbing. So I'm just gonna head south a little. Well, as soon as I get to the trail, I'm just gonna find a first campsite I see. I'll just keep looking to the sides and trying to find a spot. Anytime I see something that looks good, once I get close, I just see tons of rocks. And these are big rocks. No moving these. Lots of cars. Yeah, it's just too much, and nobody camps out here, so nothing is cleared at all. So let's go back to the trail and then try to figure it out. I drank about 3/4 of a liter, and I have 4 total liters now. It's more than enough to last me all night, as well as last me pretty much for the whole climb. So I think I'm in good shape. I just have to find a camp spot. I'm way too close to the road now. I probably shouldn't camp here. So let's go back to the trail. Yep, there's the road, there's the trail, and there's nothing really good. So I just set up right next to the trail. I kicked off and pulled out as many pine cones as I could, and I patted it around. I don't feel anything else. So it's not the most level. I think it'll work though. I need to get inside. It's getting really cold. The sun is almost set.